Hey y'all, so in today's lesson, we are combining what we learned with multiplying multi-digit whole numbers and dividing multi-digit whole numbers, and we're putting it to action with solving word problems. Now, the word problems are not labeled, so we're gonna have to actually read the word problems and figure out if we're multiplying or if we're dividing. Before we get started, some disclaimers. You need to be on the word problems guided practice. Now, because there's not enough room for you to show your work, and I didn't put like any boxes in there or anything like that, how I had with the first 2 days lessons, I suggest just getting a clean sheet of paper and doing the work on another sheet of paper instead of worrying about using this paper on the computer. Now, if you print it off, that's perfectly fine because it'll be easier for you to write on it, but do not type on this paper, basically. You will not have an independent practice on this. You will have a homework that will be through quizzes, and it'll be basically everything that we've learned, okay? All right, now we're gonna get started. So, if I can find the arrow. Again, like I said, we are solving word problems using multiplying and dividing multi-digit numbers. Say something else, I forgot. Okay, anyways, let's get started. So number 1 says Brandon and 2 of his friends hunt for shells. They collect 43 shells and decide to split them evenly. How many does each get and how many are left over? So the first thing I want to do is I want to figure out, okay, what is a piece of information I know for sure? And something I know for sure is this number 43. I know I'm using 43 in there at some point. So over here I'm going to write 43. And another part I know says Brandon and 2 of his friends. So if I want to figure out what the other number is, it's going to be Brandon and 2 of his friends. So it's going to be 3, because that's 3 people. So I have 43 and 3. Now, I want to look for keywords that let me know what type of math am I doing. Am I multiplying or am I dividing? So if I go back in the word problem, it says they collect 43 shells and decide to split them evenly. So when it comes to math, what type of math are we doing if we are splitting something evenly? So am I multiplying or am I dividing? If you're at home and you're saying, Miss Soto, we're dividing, you are exactly right. So over here, I'm just going to draw like a little star or an asterisk and write divide, because I know I'm dividing. Now I have my 2 numbers, 43 and 3, so I'm just going to put my little division symbol there, so I know, okay, this is what I'm doing. So now that I know I'm dividing and I know the information, I'm going to set up my standard algorithm. 43 is my dividend because that is the number I'm splitting apart. That is the number I'm dividing. So 43 goes in the inside and 3 goes on the outside. So now I'm going to do I'm going to follow our steps to dividing. Our first step is to figure out how many times 3 can go into 4. Well, I know that 3 can go into 4 one time, so I'm going to put 1 at the top. 1 times 3, because our second step is to multiply. 1 times 3 is 3, so I'm going to write 3 down here. Our third step is to subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1. And then our fourth step, our fourth step, which is important, is to bring down any other numbers. And so our next number is 3. So I'm bringing that one down. And then I repeat. I go back to step 1, which is to figure out how many times 3 goes into 13. 3 goes into 13 4 times. So I'm going to write 4 at the top. 4 times 3 is 12. Then subtract. I'm running out of room, but it's okay. 3 minus 2 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So our answer is technically 14 remainder 1. But remember, with word problems, I want us to write our answers in complete sentences using the information in the word problem. So the question says, how many does each get, and how many are left over? So my sentence can say, each person will get 14 shells, and there will be 1 left over. And that is our answer for number 1. I'm going to erase this little part here real quick because I need to read that